Hey guys, welcome back to Heiko Shaves. Giveaway is still ongoing. You guys are still commenting on it. You do the right thing. Subscribe, like, comment on the giveaway video. The link to the video will be down in the description. And we have another shave that we have to squeeze in before we actually draw the winners for this giveaway. I told you in my previous Yaqi Bohemia video that Yaqi is sending me another pre-production sample of one of their razors that they're bringing out. And I just verified on Aliexpress, it is not available on the open market yet. They haven't listed it yet. I thought I saw it briefly listed, but it's not there yet. And I had it out of the box already. Sorry, I'm faking it. I just shoved it right back in there. What we're talking about is this one here. It's called the Yaqi Torqx, spelled Torqx. And comes in this typical Yaqi nondescript box, doesn't have a name on it. So this is the Yaqi Torqx, which is a pretty extreme slant razor, as you can see. And I thought I had seen this design before, and so I did a little bit online research. Here, let's talk about the online research while I'm peeling off the protector here. I actually appreciate that they do that because they have really nicely polished surfaces, and in transport stuff can get scratched and scuffed up, and so they just put a little saran wrap on there to keep the nicest part of the razor, damage free. So pretty extreme slant, right? And it's adjustable from 1 through 6. I guess you can go past 6, but a fully adjustable razor. And I thought I had seen this design before, and I remembered the Homelike Tiger that I reviewed here on this channel while I was in Germany, and Arthur Gatzke, one of my channel supporters, he loaned me his Homelike Tiger. It's a Russian-made razor, and currently you can't really buy Russian products. Maybe they will sell it to you. I found one listing for a Homelike razor on eBay, actually for the razor that I was talking about. So here, look at this now, this puppy. And now look at this picture. I will blow it up on the screen. This is the Homelike Elbrus. It's also an adjustable slant razor and is very, very similar in design to this one here. And that's why I thought I had seen this design before. The Homelike Tiger that I reviewed has kind of the same handle design, the same adjuster design. It's just not a slant razor. It's a straight a close comb razor. And so I figured, look around a little bit, and yeah, I found an Elbrus listed on eBay for, hold on to your seat, $1,335. And the seller is located in Kazakhstan. So the guy probably didn't quite understand what, how the dollar system works. $1,335 for a Homelike Russian-made Elbrus razor that looks kind of like this one here. It's definitely not worth buying, I don't think. The razor was somewhere around $350, I think, from Homelike, from their webpage, but currently you can't really get that shipped to the US. And I checked on the Homelike shaving.ru, I think, webpage, link down below if you want to check it out. They currently don't have the Elbrus, the extreme slant, listed on their webpage. I don't know exactly why. So I'm assuming Yaqi got the inspiration from that Homelike Elbrus razor because they are virtually identical, at least looking from pictures. I haven't tried the Elbrus. I only tried the Homelike Tiger, which was a really pleasant surprise, adjustable close comb razor that I really liked, actually. I will put a link to the video here somewhere on the screen. All right, now let's focus on this one here, the Yaqi Torqx. Torqx, I don't know the name. Maybe they wanted to have a technical sounding name like torque or torsion, because in other parts of the world those razors are not called a slant razor but rather a torsion razor, because you are torsioning the blade into a kind of a twisted position, right? So let's take the top off. This is a typical two-piece, I think. So like that. Here we go. Nicely CNC machined. You can still see some machining marks there. Here, all fully polished. Not perfectly polished. I mean, you can still see the machining marks a little bit. This is actually multi-piece here. Now let's turn the adjuster a little bit and see what happens here, what actually moves. Oh, I see. So this plate is stationary and only the close comb moves down. And I'm assuming, oh yeah, they never They never put Loctite on there, so you can always take the razors apart. The handles come off if you twist too hard, which I actually like for the sake of, you know, cleaning and such. So you just need to make sure you have the handle on there tight. And it's a little sticky, the adjuster here. So now we're down to 6. Yeah, very nice, very nice. We're going to use this with a Wilkinson sword blade. I've been using Wilkinsons for a while. They are kind of my go-to. They're pretty sharp and made in Germany. At least the ones that I bought, they were still made in Germany. I don't know if they still make this. So I have now the top cap on my hand. Put the blade on there. Like so. And then we grab the razor and stick that on. And then you have to kind of help it a little bit because you are working against the spring tension of the blade. Push it together and then tighten up the knob here at the bottom. And we are set at setting 6. Let's start it mild at 1. I don't want to scare myself, yeah? Because I have no idea. I've not used it. Blade tabs are completely covered up. There is a little edge sticking out. But yeah, almost. I mean, there is no chance that you're going to cut yourself with a blade tab, which is nice. Alignment, if you can even speak of alignment, right, on a slant razor. But this all looks pretty good. Looks good. Nice knurling here. All stainless steel, 316L. Hole at the bottom. And I wonder, I didn't look, but I wonder if it's completely hollowed out. Let's take it apart one more time. Yep, you can look right through it, so any kind of water that gets in there drips out the bottom. That's always good. I always appreciate that. That makes the razor dry up faster, less chance for gunking up. And yeah, so setting 1. What else are we going to use? Here, let's make my phone silent. I know that someone is going to call me while we're filming. Yeah, Homelike Elbrus. Check it out. Google it. We're going to use Orange Chill by Stirling. Stirling is a small soap maker here in the United States. And all their ingredient lists are always very short. I like that. It's very non-chemical sounding ingredients. Like here, for example, the alcohol-based aftershave Orange Chill only has alcohol, witch hazel, essential oils, aloe, menthol, glycerin, and hydrovans. And the soap's the same story. Beef tallow, stearic acid, distilled water, castor oil, potassium hydroxide, vegetable glycerin, essential oils, almond oil, shea butter, coconut milk, lanolene, sodium hydroxide, menthol, sodium lactate. I like the products. They're very affordable. A set like this, you know, where in other places you can easily spend $50, $60 on something like this. You can sometimes get a set under 30 bucks, which is really good. And, you know, you have to kind of work your way through their huge catalog of scents and you know, soaps and aftershaves, and they also make shampoo bars. It's kind of funny, we're so focused on having good quality shave soap, but then we go into a shower and just take the shower gel, which is like full of chemicals and like, you know, industrially made. Stirling also makes artisan just hand soaps and shower bars and shampoo bars. So you can have good quality products for your entire skin and hair care, and not just for shaving from Stirling, which I really appreciate, and I like the low prices. And they also sell samples of every single soap they have, and the samples always come in a shape of a disc, so they are pretty decent size of the soaps at least. And then here, let me show you. Why am I pointing and not showing you? Here is one sample soap and one sample bottle. So there's a little sample bottle. This is probably enough to do 3, 4, 5 shaves. And then you have a pretty decent sized pug. I keep them in, you know, like little empty candy cans, or you can buy little tin cans. I also have those here somewhere. From Stirling, you can buy those little cans from Stirling, and the samples always have a sticker on it, so you can even label it properly, which is nice. And then, yeah, the sizes of those samples are always big enough so you can properly lather from it, and you have enough aftershave in it to really, you know, get it going. So now we're gonna just open this up, get my little spoon out, scrape some out. and transfer that over into my little shave bowl here. I just put it at the bottom of the bowl, put my spoon down in the water in my sink. Here I squeeze that to the bottom a little bit. And what brush are we going to use? Since we're using a Yaqi Torqx razor, I think we should do Yaqi brush as well. And which one are we going to do? Let's do this one. It's a Badger brush. That's the one that has had a little bit of stink to it. Stink has since completely disappeared. You usually should pre-soak them. Just put them in some warm water. I have a cup sitting here. In the heat. Oh, by the way, color coordinated here with my cup. Split, splash, splash all over the place. I didn't think about it, so I just threw it into my water here in my sink real quick. So we have soap, we have a razor blade, and aftershave is sitting here waiting for us. And so we're just going to pull the brush out of my water, shake off most of the water, and then we're going to go right in here and start lathering and take more water as needed. Lathers really well. We will see how many passes we're going to do today with this brand new slant razor. You guys know that I have worked my way through quite a few slant razors. So I have currently a Rasiert German 37, which is a clone of a Merkur slant razor. I have my Rex Consul here. I have a Rex Sentry, which is a non-adjustable slant razor. I have the Timeless aluminum slant, which some people would probably call a semi-slant because it's so mildly slanted. Oh yeah, and I have the Yaqi Ultima slant adjustable right here. So I've worked my way through quite a few slant razors, and I gotta say, I am a fan. I am definitely not afraid of using those, especially when they're adjustable so you can bring them down in aggression. And sometimes the slant razors actually seem to be more mild or gentle than the straight close comb equivalent. So I remember when I started out, Razor Emporium let me try the Ambassador. That's their close comb adjustable razor, and that was a little too spicy for me. That might change after a few years of experience, that you might then suddenly think, okay, the Ambassador is perfectly acceptable. So if I would try the same razor again, unfortunately I don't own one anymore, it would probably be okay. The first Ambassador tryout here on the channel was in the very beginning of my channel, and I was really new to wet shaving. But yeah, now I think it would probably be a usable product for me, because your tolerance to aggression, and you get your technique down and your pressure and all that, you get under control while shaving. Look at all that. And so yeah, not afraid of this. We'll see how it goes and how many passes we will need. All right, my lather looks pretty good here. Let this sit here for a second, and we're just gonna put some sensitive white Purasso pre-shave on my face. And that stuff here. Seems like I'm a little bit behind the power curve here today. I'm also sounding a little nasally. I've been having quite some allergic reactions to something that blooms here in Western Nevada in the fall. So pre-shave on the face. We want to give this razor a chance to success, right? So we're doing all the right things. Pre-shave, lathering nice, good soap, and a sharp brand new blade right out of the package. All right, and here we go. Very fluffy soap. Very orange. Smells like oranges. Kind of the bittersweet scent of oranges. Ooh, so much lather here on this brush. Very good. Slinging it all over the place. I think that's good enough. I've explained that before. You know, I'm not a lather artist. I just need lather in my face to shave. All right, got the razor wet. Brand new razor, brand new blade. Setting number 1 or level 1. Let's see how it goes. Let's do a little zooming here for you guys. Oh yeah. Ah, that is for sure. You can hear it. There's for sure some blade feel. So it's not one of those adjustable razors that start out so mild that they barely shave, but it's not scary either. Yeah, very good actually. Really only 1 day off growth here on my face, so that shouldn't be a challenge for the razor. Huh. You know, before we continue too far, let's just crank it up a little bit and see how it develops here. So we're at 1 currently, let's put it to 3. How about that? 3. All right, now we need to be a little bit more careful. Huh. Not scary, crazy, aggressive. And now we're going to go all the way to 6. How about that? Now I have to be careful here with my Adam's apple. The sensitive part of my skin down here. Huh. At setting 6, let me give you a little bit closer look at the blade gap here. It is gigantic. And so you're shaving with this thing almost like as if it is a straight edge razor. So there isn't really much protection from the close comb available anymore. And as I mentioned earlier, you can go past 6. So I can get it almost to a setting of 10. We're not going to try that. We're actually going to go back down to, let's say, a 3. This halfway point, 3 is pretty good. And finish out the first pass here before I create some bleeders here on my face. So let's do a quick little inspection. I missed a couple spots, but that's to be expected first pass here on my jawline because I go over it like this, right? But very good. Not too harsh. Maybe on my aggressiveness scale, my Heiko's aggressiveness scale, I would probably say this is somewhere at a 2 out of 5. So 1 through 5 is my scale. I would say this sits at about a 2. When you start out, setting 3 is at a 2. Setting 1, I think we're at a 1. I know, that's confusing. So mildest setting, we're definitely at a 1. And then at setting 6, we're definitely at a 5 because you're shaving with a unprotected razor blade, so to speak. The blade gap is so large that it's just open to the world. Very good. We have so much lather left here in my bowl that we can lay this on nice and thick. Very good. Skin is very agreeable with my face. Has a little bit of menthol in it, so I feel the cooling effect. The scent is very mild, but you know, fresh and fruity. So I like that a lot. Rinse out all the old lather and let's do a pass across the grain. Where are we at right now? It's a little hard to see when there are little water droplets on here. Oh, we're at 3.5. Let's put it to 3. Very good. I like it. I like it. Very good. Very good. All right, let's do against the grain down here. Yeah. So at setting 1, this is really a nice mild starting point. So if you are new to wet shaving, but you're really curious, let's do a little bit more experimenting here on my already shaved skin. If you're curious about slant razors, you have never tried one, and you're scared, which is understandable. No, seriously. With this here at setting 1, this is mild, this is gentle, and you still get a clean shave out of it. And you can crank it up once you work your way up to it and you build up your courage. Oh yeah. This is butter. Absolutely nice. So we just did 2 passes. I figured since this is a brand new razor that we haven't used before, we have to put it through its paces. We're just going to lather up a 3rd time. I mean, a 4th time. Sorry, can't even count. And there's so much soap left. Let's get a little bit more water. Very light and fluffy, but still enough slickness for a very easy gliding shaving experience. So let's we were at number 1 just to try out. Let's put it at 3 again. I think 3, this seems to be kind of my sweet spot here. Oh yeah, there's always something left. If you go against the grain, really, I admit, for the daily shave, I only do 2 passes, once with a grain. By now, I actually do with a grain up here and against the grain down on my neck, right on the first pass usually, and then I just do an across the grain and with the grain. So that's pretty much all I do in the morning, and that's usually good enough to leave the house. 3 passes is really only for you guys. Oh, what am I doing? Talking and not thinking. That's what I'm doing. We were at the against the grain, right? I don't want to shortchange you guys here. And we were doing against the grain. This is a lovely little razor. So I don't want you to believe that this is turning into a Yaqi channel here. We've done quite a bit of Yaqi lately, just because they keep sending me new, pretty much pre-production samples, and you know, if I get a really nice free razor from them, I feel kind of obligated to give them the time of day to review this properly. They have no influence on what I say. They don't pay me for my words. This is not purchased advertisement here. And if this would be terrible, I would absolutely tell you. Man, guys, this is lovely. So now there is absolutely nothing left here. This is probably one of the closest shaves I've had in a while. Might have missed a... Yeah. Lovely, lovely shave. Yeah, it's all gone. All gone. 3 passes. This thing is absolutely a pleasure to use. The adjustment didn't go out of adjustment. You know, it just stayed at 3. You know, if we can talk about alignment, the blade gaps seems to be even on both sides. The end of the cutting edge isn't too far away from the end of the razor either. So you can go sideways here and go under your nose, which I did earlier, because when I do this rolling motion under my nose, it kind of feels funky because of its funky shape, right? So if I do this with a normal close comb like this, it's very controllable. With a slant razor, it's a little funky. That's why I went this way. But this is really well made, fits together really well. I feel like now after I rinse this razor a few times, the adjuster is really smooth now too. There's no weirdness with like it's crooked when you open it up. I love it. I love it. And it's setting 1, man, this is like beginner friendly. Beginner friendly, and it's all stainless steel. I don't know what it's gonna sell for. And I told you that I think this is inspired by someone else's product, so the Homelike Albrus. But of course they changed the design a little bit. The knurling is different. Just the handle looks a little different. Like I said, I will probably have already shown you a picture by this point of the Homelike Albrus, just to give you a little bit of a comparison. But this is a lovely little razor, and this is really a slant razor. So just to, you know, again, give you a little comparison here. This is the aluminum slant. You can barely see that it's slanted, right? Compared to this here. That's semi-slant, and this is full on tilt here. So a torsion, or in German word of the day, Torsionsrasierer, or Torsionsrasierhobel. Torsion, rasier, shaving, and then Hobel is plane. So in German, this would be a torsion shaving plane. That was 3 German words, I guess. But yeah, I gotta say, I'm pretty excited. This is pretty cool. I like slant razors, as you guys already know. And I think they knocked it out of the park once again. I haven't come across a really terrible Yaqi product in a while. I mean, we have tried the Yaqi Ultima Open Comb. We have tried the Yaqi Ultima Slant. Both I really like. We tried the Merkur Progress clone, which is called the Yaqi Avanti. Stainless steel. The adjuster numbers were not quite lining up, but that's pretty much a minor gripe, I would say. That was really nice. The Yaqi Ultima Close Comb, the normal one, the straight one, I thought was a little too spicy for my taste. I also have the Yaqi Final Cut here somewhere in a drawer. That was also very usable. I've done the Yaqi Ultima in brass close comb. That was also a lovely experience. So I haven't really come across a bad one. The Badger brush here was pretty stinky when I got it, but that has gone away with some treatment and some cleaning and all that stuff. But overall, slant razors are my thing, I think. So let me rinse off real quick. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So we just did the Bohemia, Yaqi Bohemia, I just put it away. That was also pretty lovely. And the Torqx and the Avanti are currently not listed on Aliexpress. So either they had some production issues and they pulled it off the market. It was listed briefly. And the Torqx I thought I saw, but it's not on Aliexpress. I will post in the community section of my channel when those two razors become available. And I can wholeheartedly recommend all of those razors, really. And the Progress starts out mild, and this one also starts out really mild. So at setting 1, I'm not afraid to recommend this to any beginner to wet shaving, really. This is really nice. It was a really pleasant, I mean, if you look at it, it kind of looks scary because of this extreme angle of slant. Here, let's just pull out the Rasiert German 37. Oh, a little dusty. That also has a little bit more slant to it than some other razors. But this one here is even extremer. And I gotta say, I really like it. All right. Any downsides that I see? Any production flaws? I don't think so. Polishing is pretty nice. The top cap is nicely polished up. Alignment is good. And the fact that once you loosen up the whole thing, you can take the handle off and you can get into all the nooks and crannies, right? You can also then undo the adjuster knob here. This is disassembly 101, and I'm assuming there is a spring in there. Oh, we still have a blade in here. Maybe we take the blade out of the way. So you can completely take this apart. And in here is a little springity-doodah. And they did a really good job. This is a spring that actually ends in a flat section. So yeah, alignment, fit and finish. Now I have to make sure I put the knob on the right correction here, or the right direction. So there is a tiny little dot. You know, see that? That's your indicator. I wish they could maybe put a dot of red paint into this. Maybe I do that myself. But other than that, tighten up again. Let's test the adjuster. Yeah, works. Fit and finish. Let's take the blade out of the way before I cut myself in the fingers. Come on, here we go. Let's show you this one more time. Rinse, rinse. Very lovely, very good. All stainless steel. The typical alignment tabs. And oh yeah, they actually make the alignment tabs pretty long. Let me show you something else real quick. I was complaining about that, which is not a big gripe, but here, this is the, I took it apart too quick, hold on. This is the Rec Supply Company Sentry. When you take this apart and put the top cap flat on your hand, and then you take a razor blade and put that on there, and a blade inherently is straight or flat, right? It doesn't touch the alignment tabs. So you have to kind of then put the base plate on and jiggle it all to get the blade to curve and bend, to then have the alignment tabs interface with the holes in the base plate, and then you can tighten it together. And it's not a big deal. It's a minor gripe, right? It's a minor issue, but you have to kind of finagle it in place. With this puppy here, now I used up my blade in the Sentry. Let's just grab another blade here. On this one here, if I put a blade on it, the tabs are long enough that even in the flat, non-curved position, they are already interfacing those alignment tabs. So then you just stick your razor on top and everything is copacetic. Everything fits, aligns, no problem. You don't have to wiggle things. Here, I'll take that Sentry apart one more time just to show you. I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out. I'm probably not the only one who has noticed this. So they also have a relatively strong radius when the razor is put together. And so here on this top cap with the blade installed, the blade does not interface those alignment tabs. And therefore it makes it a little harder to put the top and the bottom on top of each other. Oh, come on now. I'm going to cut myself here in a second. Yeah, so it doesn't interface, and then you have to do the wiggle and jiggle dance. So they could have just made those alignment tabs that are at the top cap. My goodness gracious, now I can get it together. Heiko, get it together. I can't get this razor back together. Here we go. So you have to, I'm not making this up. I'm not faking this here, okay? It is a little harder to put those three pieces together because of the strong radius that this blade is bent into. And on this one, we don't have that problem. Let's look at the Rex console, which is more comparable to the Torqx because it is a two-piece, just like the Torqx. But even here, let's grab another blade. We have enough pre-used blades here. Also, not interfacing with those alignment tabs quite yet. So you have to kind of line it up. Then you can stick the razor on there and then hope that it falls into place. See? Here we go. Force it together and then tighten up the knob at the bottom. So they did a good job on this one here. It really is easy to put together, even though it has quite a radius and quite a slant. Anyways, now I'm rambling. As you can hear, I really like this razor. Like I said, I will find you an AliExpress link if there is one. If not, I will post on the community section so that you will be made aware when this comes available. And you can check it out yourself. And traditionally, I would say the razor is probably going to be in the $120 to $140 range. But you can always wait for the next sale on AliExpress. Just put it in your shopping cart at AliExpress, and then you will be notified when it becomes not available, but on sale. Before I forget, let's weigh this razor, okay? Almost finished the video without doing that. It's 108.3 grams here on my scale. So it's pretty decent size, pretty decent length, handle length, and a good chunky weight to it. I really like it. I like the heavier razors. All right, now the aftershave. Let's do some aftershave. My skin has been waiting for it. Nice good splash on the hand. Oh, lovely. There is a little bit of a burning sensation, but probably because I've been waiting so long and because I did 3 passes. But yeah, that is a really nice shaving result. The soap performed great. The blade, obviously, the Wilkinson sword blades, they all perform well. And this razor performed really, really well. And then the last thing that I usually do nowadays, glycolate. I've mentioned it now many times. And just put it on my dry skin sections. Maybe my lips too. And that's it. Lovely. All right. Once again, Yaqi, Grace, thank you for sending over this Yaqi Torqx and letting me try it. Oh my goodness, there is a lot of menthol in this aftershave. I'm blinded by the fumes coming off of it. Yeah, very good shave. And I hope you guys liked it and found it interesting. Give me a like, a subscribe, and head over to the giveaway video and leave a comment down below, and then you are in the giveaway. And in 3 days or 4 days, I'm going to do the drawing with you guys. I hope I can set it up so we can do that in a live stream form. Okay, alrighty guys, take care. I'll see you next time.